Hi everybody, Kara's here with Liz Alpert of Atlantean Healing in Sedona. Hi Liz.
Hi.
So we're talking about crystals and Pleiadians because I love Liz's stuff and we'll tell you why it's good in a second, but I swear it holds more light is always what I said that the first day, right? I was like, your crystals are so clear. Let me find you guys one to show you what I mean. Oh, here's a good one.
Here's one, right?
Ooh, you have one?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just are so clear. I don't know if it'll even
That's
show.
a beautiful Payson diamond.
Yeah.
Here's Atlantean. Where'd it go?
Right here. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, so Liz, your crystals are soaked with water from the Atlantean orb, right?
Yes.
And so what does that even mean?
Well, the Atlantean orb is an artifact that was found inside of a pyramid in the Bahamas. It was discovered in 1969 by Dr. Ray Brown, who was diving as a treasure hunter, and it's this amazingly, unbelievably powerful object. And I've done several events with Arthur, who is the caretaker of it now, and people with the crystal skulls, and people feel the energy from that much more than even the crystal skulls. It's than the real ancient crystal skulls. It's that powerful.
And they found it in an underwater pyramid.
Inside of a pyramid.
What happened?
It was inside of a pedestal like this, in the crystal, and there was a point, a golden rod holding a ruby, and he tried to get the ruby, and he couldn't cut the ruby. So he grabbed the crystal because he was underwater scuba diving. He grabbed this crystal, and that was all he could take. And do you want me to tell you the rest of the story?
Yeah, and then that voice.
So that he heard this voice. Ray Brown heard this voice. You've gotten what you came here for. Now leave and never come back. And he was with a couple of other guys, and they were also diving at the same time. And they heard the story, or they weren't exactly right with him, but they were picking up other objects, and they went back down. And they disappeared. They never came back.
So this guy has his orb, and you.
So I met him.
Soaking that?
Yeah, he asked me to create jewelry. So I decided to work with pure round crystals because it reminds me of the Atlantean orb. And this is a little logo, which I put on all the jewelry.
A triangle and a circle. And your crystals, so like they're really shiny, and I've not seen crystals that are this shiny and kind of iridescent that are actual crystal. Well, it's usually glass.
That's called angel aura. See, that one's called angel aura. This is made with palladium, which is a precious metal similar to platinum.
So those of you who are coming to Sedona and want to know, like, where's the good stuff, right here. Your stuff ranges, I mean, you can get it online too. It ranges from $30 to $5,000, right?
Right.
So yeah.
I've got diamonds.
And I'll say that Liz's store, she gave me a piece to wear yesterday, and after I did, I did feel it. It felt like soothing, but healing and activating.
Absolutely.
So it wasn't like a zap. Because
No,
Sedona will zap you sometimes.
It's very calming. It elevates and raises your frequency and your consciousness, brings in peace, joy, bliss, and also helps with pain.
Ooh, that's right. Because
I've had people with fibromyalgia, get relief. I'm not saying, it's curing anybody, but it definitely, when you raise your vibration, which is what the work that I do with my healing as well, when you raise your vibration and go higher, other stuff drops away, like the pain body. These things just diminish, and they no longer serve you. And the crystals are one of the means to do that, as well as my other healing work.
Nice. So one more question. Now, I mentioned you yesterday on my Facebook, and I said, these Pleiadians, they know how to rock the crystals. And for those of you who know what a Pleiadian looks like, the classic archetypal version, genetically, she's obviously Pleiadian, like the blue eyes, turned up in the corners, blonde hair. We know how to recognize you guys. So, what does it mean? I gotcha. What does it mean to be a Pleiadian? Like, how'd you know you were one? Because we're not you didn't download in a ship. You didn't step out of a ship. You were born as a human. You get raised. You have your life.
Correct.
But it's like a soul recognition.
Right. Well, I'm sure everyone that's listening has probably grown up where they felt a little different than the rest of their family. A lot of people, I'm probably an older generation starseed, but I always felt different. And then I had a very bad injury, and it was my awakening in 1990. And at that point, I was reading, incessantly, and read this when Bringers of the Dawn came out in '92, I guess it was, the Pleiadian, Barbara Marciniak.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I'm just getting the chills now talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
I just got the recognition that I was Pleiadian. And then eventually, it took about 10 years actually before I started doing the reconnective healing and the reconnection. And everybody there was like a family. Everybody there was Pleiadian pretty much. The teacher, Eric Pearl, is Pleiadian. And I'm just, that work is very cool. So
yeah. There are lots of star systems, and we're all hybridized. So
yes.
you have other pieces of stuff too, but usually one will rise to the top. And I also want to point out that just because someone has blonde hair and blue eyes doesn't mean someone without blonde hair and blue eyes can't be Pleiadian.
That's correct.
I've met lots of Pleiadians of all races, and it's only one of star systems too.
It's just how you feel. It's just how you feel. And when I was selling jewelry with them for many years, I would travel, and people of all ages, it didn't matter what they looked like, and they would come over to my table, and there was an instant recognition that we knew we were Pleiadian, and we knew we were from the same family. It didn't matter what we looked like. It really doesn't. I may look that way, but
there's just one of the ways you can spot it. There are also other ways you can spot it, like how people feel the very gentle vibration. Let me show you guys some of what, just look at the artwork she's attracted to, for instance, okay? So check this out, right? This is just stuff she happens to have in her store. It's very Pleiadian art. So why don't you show us a couple of your pieces. This is one I posted yesterday that was beautiful, and I love to come through and just blast everybody's crystals and just use my energy to charge them up with more abundance.
This is my love and gratitude medallion in sterling silver with danbarite, which is an angelic realm stone.
What have people noticed when wearing your pendants?
Also with the moldavite is there.
Ooh, that's right.
So I have a lot of moldavite, and this is the pyrite with Tibetan quartz piece. These are all I have different lines and a lot of one-of-a-kind pieces. Well, people get, they raise their vibration, especially with the Atlantean orb jewelry, and as well as the, see, here's some more. These are the bracelets.
And these are not glass or plastic. They're infused with metal. They're infused with titanium and gold, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is a very high-end piece. Handmade beads. This is another end of my extreme.
So, question, show me an example for people who are thinking about ordering from your website. Show me an example of things that are $30 and things that are $5,000 or somewhere along that spectrum.
Well, we have some, we have things like the Paste and Diamonds, which is one of my favorite lines. I'm not wearing one now, but these are wrapped by a lovely person, and these are very affordable. About $40, and you get an original Paste and Diamond.
I love this super masculine one here.
Yeah.
Isn't that a trip, you guys?
That one is like $65, and it's all wrapped beautifully.
Yeah.
And then I have the other range is like, they go up to, there's one in here I want to show you. This has diamonds around it.
Whoa.
I don't know which way to hit, this way. Yeah, so I have ones with little diamonds around them.
And that, okay, so
those are like $1,200.
All kinds of different, it's not, I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, you can't get certain spiritual things if you don't have a lot of money, and that is not true, you guys. So, if you're attracted, your website.
We have $30 and $40 earrings.
And this is all real crystal. It's not. No,
and these little ones are $39, and they have the Atlantean orb crystals.
Nice.
And sacred geometry.
And you guys, Liz and I went hiking together, and we've had the most crazy adventures, like seeing ships solidify out of the sky, climbing up. Climbing up mountains, and then taking much shorter time climbing down to where it was even creepily strange. So she's the real deal. I would highly recommend your stuff, and it's lizalpert.com. Yeah.
Yes.
And I think that we're what conference are we going to together?
The Joshua Tree UFO.
We're going to a Joshua Tree in August. So
first week in August.
You will see Liz again in my document.
It's going to be fun.
This. Yeah, much love, you guys. Again, Liz Alpert, Jewelry of the Spirit. Love her stuff. Check out her website. If you want to know where to go, what to do when you're in Sedona, she's the real deal. She also does healings, and they work. She fixed my ankle after I popped it out on Bell Rock last week. Yeah, it was better, so thank you for that.
Oh, I'm glad to know that.
I forgot to tell you. There you go. When it works, you forget. Okay, guys, go in peace. Much love, and we'll see you on the astro.